Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a tropical update. Of course, I forgot to, I didn't do one earlier actually because of uncertainty, but it seems uncertainty has gone down. So there's more certainty basically, and without further ado, let's get started. So basically what I'm looking at here is around, by the way, sorry if you guys can't hear me well. Anyway, just after 200 hours, you do see a low pressure system forming. Goes through Cuba, and then it goes towards Florida. Then it kind of gets its act together off the coast and then goes up the sea. So basically what this could cause is high rain rates on the coast and isolated spots up to 2 to 5 inches of rain. Significant wave height, we could get up to 25 feet out to sea. We could get some offshore tropical storm force winds, and we could get some bad wind gusts. This is the same system that was being shown. They just moved it. GFS pushed it back due to the low. It's showing it now, going over the Yucatan, dying, doing something in the Eastern Pacific, then coming back and hitting somewhere in the Atlantic. Now, of course, it's the same thing like yesterday. Sorry, guys, sorry if I'm losing my voice, by the way. But it's the same thing with today, where the ensembles are really picking up on this too, more than the GFS. So if we go, we do see many ensembles showing a, say, tropical storm there off the Yucatan. And then this one goes to a hurricane, of course. And then it hits Florida, and then we have even more tropical storm and hurricane outcomes. And look at all of them. We have one hitting Mexico, one hitting Florida, tons going up the East Coast and into the Carolinas. So I'm just gonna go into the United States here. I'm just gonna go whole United States, so you can really get a good idea of what's going on here. So basically, what we see all these systems going up the East Coast, and we have a major hurricane going into Nova Scotia, which is not good, of course, and then we have one going into Florida, of course. And of course, these are just ensembles. These are not actual models telling you what's going to happen. They're part of one whole model, and again, uncertainty is high. Take this with a grain of salt, because the GFS has pushed this back. If we go to cyclone total, we do see all of these hurricanes or tropical storms shown by the ensembles. We have one MDR system being shown, but by a couple ensembles, but that's not consistent enough for me to talk about. So yeah, anyway, we have some hitting, we have like tropical storms or weak hurricanes going through tips of Cuba and the Yucatan, one even curving and becoming hitting Mexico as a tropical storm or hurricane. And then we have all these ensembles, tropical storm, and many ensembles showing a hurricane to even a major hurricane going through the Florida Peninsula, Florida, a hurricane into northern South Carolina, and many off the East Coast and into Canada. So basically what this means is we are going to, many models are showing a system forming, whether it's a tropical storm or hurricane. But of course, a lot of these are showing a hurricane. And it shows it going through Florida first and then into Canada and then close to the East Coast. So we're mainly going to be focusing on these hurricane runs, of course, because they are the stronger ones and they are the more defined ones. So these models showing a hurricane, they're mainly threatening Florida. And then, of course, we have some out to sea, but that, of course, is going to cause some marine complications as well. So either way, we definitely do have some type of tropical threat. Here, if we go to the minimum MSLP, we see all of these ensembles clearly on the MSLP showing low pressure, going to Mexico, going into Florida there, one going into Canada. So we definitely have to watch out for that. And if we go into the water control here, we don't really see anything too much, though because due to the high location spread, they're not real. GEFS is not really picking up on anything due to the high model spread. Some are going to Mexico, some going to Florida, some going to the Carolinas, some going to Canada. And for 850 wind control, it's really the same story. But GFS, of course, is showing saying that could bring rain, tropical storm force winds, hurricane force winds potentially. So, however strong it is, GFS is picking up on something, and so is GEFS. And GFS has actually become more consistent again, and showing it stronger. So is GEFS. Now, if we have to go to 12, see here, we do see some weak runs showing. We see some weak ensemble showing something for Florida, but nothing too much. But of course, this is as expected, and then nothing for, of course, the newest run, as it doesn't go out far enough. So this was a shorter tropical update. So basically, we're seeing again higher tropical storm and higher hurricane probabilities, especially for parts of Florida. And that's, of course, what you saw on the cover of the video. So that's mainly what we're going to be seeing. But, of course, anywhere now, from Mexico to Nova Scotia, take this with a grain of salt, but just know that there is some ensemble showing a tropical system for you. But then again, take this with a grain of salt, because GFS has pushed this out farther back. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.